Has Sharon Anacino been able to, I believe she was, oh, you're here. Okay, very good. Thank you. Please come forward. And I hope I didn't mangle your,
Happens all the time, no worries. It's okay. Okay, my name is Sharon Anacino.
keynote, yes, yes.
I am a mother, a daughter, a sister, a friend, a student. I am many things. However, of the many things I am not, no woman should ever have to stand before a panel of people and introduce herself as a rape victim or a survivor of rape or abuse. And yet I stand before you today as that woman, not only as a rape survivor, but the mother of a child, a daughter, that was born from said violation of my human rights. This story doesn't end the way one might think it does or even should. In fact, the story ends quite differently, and she is here with me today. My beloved miracle. I tried to practice this, like not do that. Angelica Grace Anacino. And the significance of both of us coming today, speaking publicly, is to get 26 years of life back by not being silent. So please allow me to share a little bit about this remarkable human being. Her first job in high school, she was selected out of 10,000 stores owned by Aeropostale to be the employee role model of the quarter after 3 months of working there. Most recently, she was the children's minister for 2 years at a church where we live, and now she's partnered with a nonprofit advocating for literacy in underserved communities in Charlotte. What I've said about her the whole of her life is that she is the personification of the scripture in Isaiah about beauty for ashes, and she embodies that. So thinking about a child conceived from something like this, can you imagine how she would have responded when she found out? I'm sure that probably swirls around in your head. What would a girl say? How would she have responded? How would that impact her self-image? Do you know what she said? With tears in her eyes, she said, "Thank you for giving me a chance at life." And a chance at life. Doesn't everyone deserve that? So the thing that we need to think about here is, are we giving everyone a chance at life when we make these options available for people, even under these circumstances? Are we talking to these people, the victims, our abortion clinics, saying, do you know what else can happen? You've already been traumatized. You will be further traumatized by what you're doing to yourself. You're creating another victim. I am the victim. I am the survivor. And I'm the one that's standing before you telling you this. I would have been so much more traumatized, so much more damaged if I didn't have this little girl. Please stand up, Angelica. If I didn't have this girl right here and all of the miraculous things that she's brought into my life and all of the lives of the children that she's impacted and changed. I mean, just this week, all of the miraculous things she's done for the underserved communities in Charleston. It's just an amazing, beautiful thing to see how God can take ashes and make such beauty, tragedy, transformed into triumph. And that's what this is about. So the real question is, if you know someone's been raped or there's been incest, we go and have it investigated, right? There are rape kits. Rape kits have a pill. The pill prevents abortion because that takes care of it. So why aren't we addressing that? Why is that not the topic of discussion? Why is abortion even on the table? And that is why I'm here. Because if that were really what we were looking at, why are we having this discussion? Pharmaceutical companies have warnings. We aren't warning our women. We're not saying you could have psychological trauma, self-hate, there's medical issues. We're not trying to advocate for any of that. So in closing, I'd be remiss not to say the justice system failed me miserably. This man walks around freely, but God did not fail me. And it was not until I held my daughter in my arms that I went from being a victim to a survivor. My hate was turned into love. My pain was turned into healing. And I am here to speak for those little lives so that they can be survivors and they aren't victims. Because the voiceless lives growing inside of a mother can be a victim or a survivor. And it's within your power to make that decision. So will you create more victims or will you help to create more survivors? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Anakino. Bob and Erica Deegan.